Last topic, Dion. Let's talk our favorite undrafted free agents, those guys who are still available, or maybe they've signed a deal by the time that the listeners are hearing this. Probably a lot of them have. I'll kick it to you first.
So you want to do just like we did for the first two snake style, we both choose three guys type of thing?
Yep, that works for me.
All right, I'm gonna steal one, Vlad Golden.
Golden was my number one choice by far.
Yeah, I think Vlad Golden is as good as like pretty much any center besides Amari Williams that was picked in the second round, and he went undrafted. And I think it's just one of those situations where like not a lot of teams are trying to pick centers with his like prototype. But I mean, if you did pick a center, I'd rather just sign him on being undrafted.
Yeah, I agree with you. It makes sense to where like if you pass on a center with hopes that you could get him, I would have loved him to for the Lakers to get him with their need for bigs and just wanting LeBron and to get a center with someone who dunks so aggressively too to be a lob threat for Luca would have been really nice. But I'm a big believer in his frame, like especially when we're looking at some of the centers who were selected yesterday, like Yohan Berenger, who I also like. Really skinny dude. Even Malawach like has the height, has the standing reach, of course, that are otherworldly. I think still needs to probably refine his body a little bit. Vlad is already there from that aspect, and I think that's key. Like Michigan's defense kind of fell off a cliff when he wasn't on the court as well, to where I think there's probably a little bit like he's probably not quite the defensive liability or the defensive work in progress that the average like or the casual fan might think. For me, I'll go with Eric Dixon just because of the unique skill set. The good version of Eric Pascal. Shout out to your guy, Dion. 6'8" with a burner. Can handle, can come off of screens. I think good-ish defender in team concepts. There's at least something to work with there. Maybe he signed by the time we saw this, but I just think he averaged scored over 20 a game at his size with such a unique skill set. Wouldn't mind taking a flyer on him.
Yeah, I love that pick by you. I honestly wish I took him instead of Vlad. I'm gonna take Miles Kelly, six
Mm.
foot six wing that plays defense and can shoot a little bit. Obviously, if you're going undrafted, it feels far fetched. It's really gonna stick, but kind of has that prototypical like NBA game, I guess you could say, to where you could see it happening if you squint hard enough. So I think that's a good flyer for a Dallas Mavericks team that needs guards and needs wings.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.
I think that's a really good pick as well. Let's see. Next up for me. Hmm. I'm between two guys. I don't necessarily feel great about either. I'll go with Kadari Richmond.
Ooh.
I think the defense could at least catch some attention in summer league, and he's had flashes of taking over games before and can pretty much do everything on the court but shoot, which granted that might be why he never sticks in the NBA. But I think he's probably worth taking a flyer on and seeing what he can give you in summer league and maybe eventually earn a two-way or something like that.
Yeah, I like that pick too. I didn't think you were gonna say his name, but I really like that pick. I think my final pick is gonna be Caleb Love, just for vibes. Like if you're gonna sign undrafted guys, like I was very high on him in our pre-draft process. I think I was the highest on him in the channel. So it'd be crazy if I didn't take him. But at the same, a bucket, and he's a good vibe. Like fans are gonna love him. Like
Mhm.
he's gonna put fans in seats for the G League team. He's gonna have a moment at some point this season where he hits for like 30 some points too.
I think you're right. I think that's a really good pick. Somewhat adjacent to that, another long tenured guard in the college game who made a Final Four, Mark Sears. I I remember this time last year. I mean, this probably speaks more to last year's class and how weak it was, it seemed like Mark Sears was getting some late first round buzz and he came back to Alabama. You fast forward a year, he doesn't even hear his name called. With him, I've always admired and even thought this skill would translate with how easily he gets to the line at his size. He is undersized, but he's a warrior. He finishes through contact. He's not afraid to absorb contact, more importantly. And I mean, I still believe in the shot making, even if his percentages took a dip this year. Again, the height might ultimately limit his ceiling or limit how he could even get on the floor in a playoff game because it seems like one of my big takeaways from the playoffs this year was like it didn't matter if half these guards weren't any good as long as they were tall, they could get on the court. But I still like Mark Sears a lot. I think that there might be a spot in the league for him.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough road for him, but I think it's worth a shot. I think it's worth a shot.